Today, we are going to talk about how to trade cryptocurrencies. This is a 30,000 foot overview for beginners. And it is I'm going to do like a video series. I don't know how many parts. There's going to be a few parts to this video series. I'm going to try not to make the videos too long on each video. But the first video is going to show you how to read a cryptocurrency chart. This will also give you an insight as to how you would be able to read a stock chart, because the charts are pretty much the same: stock chart, crypto chart. We're going to be reading charts using TradingView, TradingView.com. So let's go ahead and get started. And the reason why I want to show you how to read a cryptocurrency chart is because you can't buy cryptocurrencies if you don't know when to buy them. It's not always about what cryptocurrency you buy. I mean, a lot of times it is, but for the most part, the most important thing to know is when to buy the cryptocurrency. You do not want to buy a cryptocurrency like, let's use Bitcoin because that is the most popular cryptocurrency of them all. You know, it's the OG, it's the one that started everything. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, do you think the best time to buy Bitcoin would be when it's at $42,000 or when it's at $30,000 or $12,000? Now, how would you know if you don't know how to read a chart? How would you know that Bitcoin has just made a drastic move upwards? 20% move, 30% move up, and you're just thinking, oh man, Bitcoin is moving fast. Maybe I should buy some. But you didn't look at the chart. You just went straight over to Coinbase. Links are in the description down below so you can buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. You can also use crypto.com. I like crypto.com. It's a phone app and you can buy cryptocurrencies much faster using the crypto.com app versus Coinbase. And the fees are very similar, but you can get your cryptocurrency purchase done a lot faster on crypto.com. And they also offer a credit card with incentives like 3% cash back. But I digress. Let's get back on topic. So this video is about showing you when you should be buying cryptocurrencies, not how to buy cryptocurrencies, but when you should buy cryptocurrencies. The next video that I'm going to do will be focusing on how to buy cryptocurrencies, where you should buy cryptocurrency, and the best method for buying a cryptocurrency. So let's get started. We're going to go to TradingView.com to get started. That is TradingView.com. TradingView.com. Maybe I'll show you the let's see if I can show it to you. All right, so we're going to go to TradingView.com, TradingView.com. That's the page where you're going to end up on. So let me resize this so that we can get the big picture here. All right, so now we got everything in focus here. Let's go and look for, let's just go to, let's do Bitcoin because it's the most popular cryptocurrency. And that's probably the reason why you're here, because you're interested in buying Bitcoin, or maybe some XRP or Litecoin, which will be LTC. Bitcoin is BTC, Litecoin is LTC, XRP is formerly known as Ripple, but I don't know if the companies are still the same anymore. Anyway, off topic, let's get back on topic. So we're going to type into the search bar here, right at the top, BTC. And we're going to go to BTC USD. So we'll type USD as well, because we're going to be comparing the price of Bitcoin to the US dollar. That's what we're going to be trading against. So we're going to type BTC USD, and then we're going to find either Bitstamp, Coinbase, Bitfinex. You can use any one of these exchanges, but I would just go with Coinbase because we're in the US. I think you can use Bitstamp in the United States as well. But I know for certain that you can use Coinbase in the United States, and is the most popular cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, as far as I know. And there's also Gemini. Gemini is a fantastic exchange. But let's go with the Coinbase. We'll get the data straight from Coinbase. The data should match up between Coinbase, Gemini, Bitstamp, or whatever. The prices are going to be very much similar. Now, this is the page that you're going to end up on. This is not what we're looking for. This is like a 10,000 foot overview. Just a basic standard chart with no features or anything like that. But what we want is the full feature chart right here. This is what we're going to click. Full feature chart. And we have to change that. So if you use your scroll wheel on your mouse, you can extend. You can zoom in and zoom out on the chart. Just putting your mouse in the center. You can zoom in and zoom out using the scroll wheel that's in the middle of your mouse. I'm not sure how that works if you're using a Mac. I'm using a PC, Windows PC, so I'm sure there's some type of equivalent on the mouse on your Mac computer, or whatever they're calling it, OS X computer or whatever it is. Anyway, and if you take your left mouse button and you click it and hold it, you can drag and move the chart back and forth as you see fit. Go a little further along in the data. Let's move this out of the way. And you can see this. Let's get that out of the way. And you can drag it and scroll it and do all of that stuff like that. But this is the time that's being added right now. We're going to change the way this chart looks. We're going to go with a candle chart. I believe it's here. Okay, so we're going to change our area from area to candles. Now, if you just want a quick overview, area is fine. This will give you a quick overview as far as you know, where you are in the market. Ideally you'd want to be buying your cryptocurrencies down there, but I think you missed that boat. I mean, this price right here, $37,000 for Bitcoin, it might be a low price. Nobody knows exactly where cryptocurrency is going to go. Nobody knows exactly where Bitcoin is going. Nobody knows the exact high. People are predicting 300,000. People are predicting 1 million. So I mean, right now, $37,000 might actually be a cheap price. Now, I gotta mention this. You don't have to have $37,000 to buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin is infinitely divisible, meaning you can buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy 20 cents worth of Bitcoin. I don't know why I'm using my fingers like that, because this is 2. But anyway, you can buy 20 cents worth of Bitcoin if you want. You can buy 10 cents worth of Bitcoin. Most exchanges won't sell you amounts that small, but if they did, you could, because Bitcoin is infinitely divisible, meaning you can divide it into however many pieces you want. So you can buy 1 millionth of a Bitcoin. I don't know what the price of that would be. You can buy 1,000th of a Bitcoin. So you can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin, $20 worth of Bitcoin, $100 worth of Bitcoin, or $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. The choice is yours. So don't get scared away by the price. What we need to be focusing on is the actual percentage increase. Now, right now, Bitcoin has already increased significantly in percentage, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of the tutorial. So let's go back to setting up the chart first. Let's set up the chart. So we don't want to use area when we want the details. We want to use candles. This is what I like to use. We're going to go to candles, and now we are set up the way most traders would read a chart, using the candles. So let's zoom in a little bit. All I did was use the wheel in the center of my mouse to scroll in and zoom in a little bit. All right, and you can take this mouse, put it here on the side, and move that up and down to get a little bit more price action on the screen. So you have 8,000, you have 4,000 to, what is that, 50 something thousand right there, or 52,000 right there, and you can extend it out to zoom in, so you have less price action or more price action on the screen. But we want to zoom in just a little bit, get it nice and comfortable. And what we are looking at right now is, what are we looking at? Oh, we are on the 1 day. So we have Bitcoin US dollars, 1 day, Coinbase. The 1D means 1 day. Each one of these candles, this green candle that's forming right here, represents 1 day's worth of price action. So the day hasn't completely finished. It is about 12:48 p.m. It is 12:48 in the afternoon where I am, East Coast Standard Time. That doesn't really matter, but it's 12:48 in the afternoon. Now, by the end of the day, this candle will have finished, and I don't know where it will end up. If I knew where it would end up, I wouldn't be making these videos, because I'd be filthy rich right now, and I know exactly where the Bitcoin price was going to be going. But maybe I would still be making videos. I like making videos. Anyway, we don't know where this is going to end up. It could end up closing down here. It could end up closing down there, but you just need to know that each one of these candles represents 1 day. So this candle here represents January the 21st. Oh, January the 15th, I'm sorry. This candle represents the 14th, the 13th, the 12th, and you get the idea. I don't need to keep going. So when this candle is done, the day will be over, and a new candle will be generated right here for the 17th. And it will start going either up or down. Hopefully it starts going up, if you already have your bags of crypto. If you don't, then I'm sure you probably want it to be going down, right? Because you don't want to buy high, you want to buy low. You want to buy when the price is down there, not when the price is up there, okay? That's where people make the mistake. They get, they call it FOMO, fear of missing out, FOMO. And people start panic buying. Oh my God, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. I'm missing out. And I'm fearful of missing out. So it's fear of missing out, FOMO. We don't want that. We don't want to experience that. You want to trade cryptocurrencies with a level head. Don't get too emotionally involved, because when you trade emotionally, you will make mistakes and you will buy high and you'll end up selling low because you're too scared that it's going to go down too low and you're going to lose all your money. So don't do that. This is what this video is about. It's about helping you to trade smartly. Is that really a word? I don't even know if that's a real word, smartly. It's about teaching you how to buy and sell cryptocurrencies better using strategies instead of emotions. Okay? So, how do we change that from one day? We don't want to trade on the 1 day chart. We don't want to trade against one candle because that doesn't show us enough detail about what's going on throughout the course of the day. So we're going to change that. See, it says right here at the top. Click on that. You can change it to a 1 second chart, 5 second chart, 15 second. Let's see what a 1 second chart will look like. You can see the market seconds by second, trade fast and with utmost granularity using seconds intervals. Only available on our premium plans for advanced traders looking to find their edge. Okay, we're not going to upgrade, so let's skip that. So we can't do the 1 second. We'll do let's do 5 minutes. We can do a 5 minute chart. Now, see the 5 minute chart right here? We can expand that out just to get a little bit more price action. That's a lot of information on that chart. That is starting from, what is here, the 15th, 16th. So from here on up, let's take that out. So anyway, it doesn't matter. You can see the date at the bottom right there. The 16th, 15th, and we got too much price action on the screen for 1 day to see back to the 14th. But anyway, the same principle applies. Each one of those candles represents 5 minutes because we have it set to 5 minutes. And it's hard to see the candles because it's just so small with that type of price action. You just click it and grab the screen and move it. So you got the little hand. When you click it, the hand comes up and then you move it. Well, the hand doesn't appear until you start moving it. You just click it and move it. But each one of those little candles represents 5 minutes. But that's not what we're going to trade at either. That's not what I use. You can do this however you want, but I'm just going to show you the methods that I use to trade and how I determine when it's time to buy cryptocurrency. When it is time to buy a particular cryptocurrency, because there is many ones that you want to check and see what the price action looks like. Now, let's go to the 4-hour chart. That's what I like to trade on. I like to trade on the 4-hour chart. So we're going to change that to 4 hours. Now we have each one of those candles. Let's get less price action on the screen. And let's zoom out a little bit. All right, so each one of these candles represents 4 hours. We zoom in, see, one candle here, one candle here. 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. 4 hours. Each one represents 4 hours. Now, this is a good place that I like to use. This is a good chart that I like to use right here. But we're going to add more detail. We're going to add more features to this chart. And yeah, let's do that. Let's add some more features to this chart, and I'll explain once we get everything set up what's going on. All right, so we're going to go here, indicators and strategies, and we are going to search for simple moving averages. We're going to add one. Oh, you have to log in. They won't let you use that many indicators unless you log in. So we're going to sign in. I am going to sign in with email. Coinbase full feature chart. There we go. All right, so we are back. Now, where were we? 4-hour chart, Coinbase. All right, we want to add our indicators. Where was it? Right here, indicators and strategies. We're going to click there. After you signed in, you go back to indicators and strategies, and it will allow you to add a simple moving average. SIMPLE. We're going to add a simple moving average. We're going to add 3 of them. Oh, how many did it add? It looks like it added quite a few. So we're just going to go with moving average. Boom, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, and we're going to change this around. We are going to change this from length of 9 to a length of 7. That's going to give us a 7-day moving average, which is a 7-day moving average of price action. Over 7 days, it's a moving average of price action over the course of 7 days. Resolution, same as chart. Style, we are going to put that, what kind of style do we want it to be? We're going to make it green. Yeah, I like that. I like that one is green. Precision default. Thickness. Make it a little thicker so we can see it. Not that thick. I think that's good. You can style it however you want. All right, now we're gonna go to this one and make it a 70-day moving average. I think it's a 70 that I use. 777 and 231. Now, 777 and 231 is a moving average that I got from. I learned this from Crypto Boss, the Boss Trader, BK Crypto, the Boss. You can find him. He's not too hard. Brandon Kelly, Crypto Boss. You can find him on YouTube. He still does trading videos and stuff like that. And that's how I learned how to set my chart up. And this method has worked pretty well for me using this setup. So let me show you how it's done. And if you want, you can find his videos. This was maybe 2016, 2017, where I learned how to set up a TradingView chart using his videos. Just giving credit where credit is due. So, yes, let's go to this one. We're going to set up a 777 and 231. So we're going to change the number 9 one. We're going to go to settings and we're going to change that to a 77. Style, we're going to make it bigger. We're going to go with that thickness there. And we're going to go with red. I like to use red for my 77. All right, that looks good. And then we're going to hit OK. Now the next one, we're going to go with 231. And we are going to use white for that one. And I usually trade with a black background, but we can keep the background white, and I'll just go with black for that so that we can actually see it. Or we'll go with a grayish color. Gray, yeah, we'll go with that so that we can actually see it and have some contrast. And we're going to go with 231. And hit OK. And we're going to get this out of the way. That's going to keep coming back because we are using the free version of TradingView. We're not paying any subscription. All right, so this is what I like, how I like my setup to be. Now, when I talk about where you should buy cryptocurrencies, I'm talking about here. This is price action. You see how the 7-day moving average, which is this green line, has gone all the way up here. And it peaked right here at 41. Let's zoom in a little bit. It peaked with a high. You can see the high at the top. Right there on the screen. Right there. 41,986. See if I can get it to stay there. Oh, it's not going to stay there. Anyway, right here, this section here, depending on where you have this slider, will show you your high. You can see the high. Look, pay attention to those numbers I just pointed to. You can see the high for that candle, the high for that candle, and the high for that candle. The high for that candle is 41,986, which is the all-time high for Bitcoin right now. That's the most recent all-time high. Now, you don't want to buy there. And you can tell that Bitcoin has been on a stretch and it's overextended just by how far away it is from this red line. This red line right here is the 77-day moving average. So it's the moving average for the price action over the course of 77 days. Now, the 7-day line is way extended above this 77. So this tells us that it's been running up. It's been going up significantly for quite a while. And you don't want to buy here. You do not want to buy when it's that far away because the chances of it continuing to go up I mean, with Bitcoin, it can continue to go up, but you don't know how far it is, and it's a very risky move to buy when these two lines are so far separated. When this line right here is so far separated from this line right here, you don't want to buy. This is not a good place to be buying unless you just plan on holding it for the next 5 to 6 years, and you can make some money that way because it's going to continue to go up over the next 5 to 6 years or the next 2 or 3 years or whatever. But as far as like a quick trade over the course of a few weeks, this wouldn't be a good idea. This would not be a good place to buy. Now, right here, this might be a good place to buy. You're still taking a risk because it is quite far separated from the 231-day moving average. Now, the best place to buy a cryptocurrency will be where? Right here. You see how these lines are converged? This is the type of price action that you want to look for when you're about to buy a cryptocurrency. This is flat market movement right here. This is the point of convergence right here, where the markets, where the 77, the 7. Oh, hold on. We leave that alone. Let's zoom in. Right here would have been the perfect place to buy at $10,500. When these lines all met up together, this is the perfect place to buy, in my opinion. This is not financial advice. I'm no professional, but in my opinion, this is the best place to buy just based on past history and price action history, just from looking at charts, watching other people do charts, and learning as much as I can about how to read a chart. Right here is where you want to buy, where they all meet together. Now, you could have purchased here too because they're pretty close together right there as well, and it did go up. Look. Right here, best place to buy, up, got a little bit of down action. It went below the red. You can freak out and sell if you want when it goes down that far below the red. And that is a good strategy. And you can sell when it goes below the red and buy back in when it starts going back up. But you just don't know how. It's risky, but you know, it's better. It's much better buying right here, than buying anywhere up there. All of this risk. It's risky. Yes, there is almost $20,000 worth of price action in this direction. But you don't know that it's going to do that. You're not a psychic. I'm not a psychic. These charts are not going to, you can be the best at reading these charts. It's never going to tell you exactly what to do. It's never going to be 100% perfect. The call is not going to be, when you read the charts, it's not going to tell you exactly where the price is going to go. You can look at all of the best traders in the world. They can never predict exactly where the price is going to go. They're going to say this and then say that. And it might happen, it might not happen. They got a chance of getting it right. They got a chance of getting it wrong. The only person that knows where the price of this is going to go is God. And God's not going to tell you. So you're going to have to use the best indicators, your best judgment as far as where to buy. In my opinion, I probably wouldn't be buying here. I don't think I'd be buying there. I wouldn't be buying there. I probably would have bought there because that just dipped right back down to that 77. That would have been a nice little pickup if you could have caught that dip. But you'd have to have your buy orders already in place on an exchange to catch that, because that was probably like something that happened over the course of a couple of hours. And if you weren't on the exchange with your money ready to buy that, you'll miss that. So, but we'll leave that discussion for maybe a little later on in the video or another video. But right here, boom, 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 all of this, too risky. It's very risky. If you got here and it went all the way up to there, God bless you. You did fantastic. That was a fantastic trade. Right here, it's a decent risk. It might be worth taking a risk because it is so far below the 77 that, you know, there's a good possibility it can go up. You just don't know, because it is still quite a ways away from that 231 moving average line right here. This 231 is really far away from that. The red one is, they're separated too far. You want to buy when they're close together, or when it just dips down below it. Sometimes you'll see this red dip down below the 231. This is the 231. You'll see that dip below it, and that's still heading that direction. And you can probably see that on a chart somewhere. It's probably on this chart right here. You see it, the red dip down below the 231. You know it's most likely going to come back above it. It usually does. Most charts you'll see that red always go back above the 231. It's the 77 will usually go back above the 231 unless that cryptocurrency or that stock is just dead. And if it's a dead stock or a dead cryptocurrency that may not actually be dead, or is just not seeing a lot of price action, but it's still a good one, that might be a good time for you to buy. But right here, this is risky. You could buy here, and there's a good possibility it'll go up because it is close to the 77. So your risk is a little less than if you were to buy there, where the 7-day, the green line, is severely departed from the 77 moving average. So the idea here is to buy below the red, at the red, or when these are all merged together. And how close they are is just going to determine your it's just going to depend on what you feel is worth the risk. It's just a matter of your opinion. But now that you know how to read the chart, this is the basics. Let's take a look at another coin and see what charts we can find that might be worth picking up right now because the price has been going sideways. What you want to try and find is cryptocurrencies or stocks that have been going sideways. Projects that are not dead, but they've been neglected or missed out on one, or they just haven't had a lot of price action recently. And I think I know of one right now, which is, what is this called? Let's look at CRO. I think that's been going up. CRO USD. Oops, not USD, USD. We'll use Bittrex. That is another exchange. I'll put a link down below in the description so that you can sign up with Bittrex. Bittrex is another good exchange that's available in the United States. I don't think you can buy CRO as a United States resident on Bittrex, but there are other exchanges, and if you're interested in buying CRO, I can actually you can buy CRO using crypto.com. If you want to buy CRO, crypto.com will sell it, and that is actually their token. So let's take a look at that and see what that price action looks like. Now this right here is potentially a good buy. Let's zoom in a little bit and get some more action because this thing has been dumping. Look at that. Let's go back some. Is it not going to show me that much? Let's see if there's another exchange we can use besides Bittrex. We can do Tether. Maybe there's more information for Tether. Okay. Yeah, there's more information for Tether. I guess the US dollar pair is relatively new for CRO under the Bittrex exchange. Sometimes you have to choose a different exchange if there's not enough information available because the cryptocurrency might be new to that exchange or might be new to that exchange using that pair, like the US dollar pair for Bittrex. They probably just recently added CRO/US dollar as a trading pair. And a trading pair is you can have CRO/BTC. So you would be trading CRO, which is a cryptocurrency, against Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency. BTC is Bitcoin, CRO is crypto.com coin. So you'd be trading one against the other. You can trade your cryptocurrency coin for Bitcoin or vice versa. You can trade your Bitcoin for CRO. That's called a trading pair. Now another trading pair example would be CRO USDT. And USDT is US dollar tether. It is essentially a cryptocurrency that's pegged to the price of $1. So it would be $1 for 1 USDT. So it's essentially like trading money without trading actual money, and you can, send it back and forth from one exchange to the next exchange. So you can trade against the dollar against crypto.com coin, if that makes sense. I hope I've explained that well. Anyway, let's move on. If you have any questions about that, just leave your comments down below in the description, down there, and I'll answer your comments as quickly as I can. All right, so getting back to what we were talking about. Right here, this is the price action going up. Where do we start here? We are starting from March the 24th. The 24th of March, 2020. This coin ran all the way up to a high. Where's that high? There it is. Of 17 cents. And it crashed back down. You can see the price action. It crashed down. I'm zooming in and zooming out, maybe too fast. and it crashed all the way down. You can see the 231. When you see price action where the 231 is above the red and the green, don't buy it yet. It's not finished going down. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. You don't want to start buying this coin again until that 231 is underneath either the red or the green, or that 231 is flattened out. Once it's flattened out, then you can think about start buying it again. Like right now, this could be a good potential buy because the red just crossed over the 231, which is the gray, and the red is the 77 day. The 77 just crossed over the 231 moving average, just went above it, and the green is slightly above the red. So you have the red above the 231, and you have the green above the 77. The green on top, red is at the bottom, well, red is in the middle, and a 231 at the bottom. When you have this set up, this is probably a good buy. Now, how fast will it go up from here? Nobody knows. How far will it go up from here? Nobody knows. But this is your best chance at making some gains when you see a chart that looks like this. The chances of this going back down there, it's possible, but it's less likely because of the momentum that it has going forward. There's no guarantees when you're trading cryptocurrencies or stock. There's no guarantees in any of this. All of this is a risk. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my advice. This is what I would do. Trade at your own risk. All right. Now, when this line is flat right here, the 231 is kind of flat. It is going in an upward trajectory, which is really good. That's what you want. You want this 231 to be going in an upward trajectory. You want the 77, which is the red one, to be going in an upward trajectory. And you want the green, the 7-day moving average, to be going in an upward trajectory as well. And they're all going up. So if I were you, I'd be buying some of this coin right now, but don't buy more than you can afford to lose, because there's a chance that you will lose. But yeah, this is a good buy. Now, before you go out and buy a cryptocurrency, what you will want to do is search online. CRO is the name of the cryptocurrency that we're thinking about buying. You want to search online and find out if there has been any bad news about this cryptocurrency as far as why the price is so suppressed. Are they going out of business? Are they bankrupt? Are they being investigated by the SEC? Have they been labeled scammers? So this is the type of stuff you want to look at before you buy it. Now, I know for a fact that CRO is not going out of business. They're not under investigation by the SEC, and they are not scammers. And the reason why their price went up so high and then crashed back down was because they made some bad decisions with the way they ran some promotions. They ran some promotions, and they were giving away a lot of interest on their products. Like if you stake, we'll get into that. We'll get into the details of that in another video. That's not really important. But they made some bad decisions. They're not going out of business. They still have a fantastic product, and they are recovering. It was only a matter of time before this thing had to come back. It had to come back down because it's the thing that they were offering on crypto.com was just incredible. It was really good, and they were probably only offering that so that they can outdo the competition. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they made massive gains as far as customer base is concerned. But I'm sure they lost quite a few customers when their coin started tanking as well. But they've reached a point where I believe is it's a buyback in. It's a good point to buy back in because this is probably fair market value for what their cryptocurrency is. And it's only going to go up from there because they're still offering really good incentives, not as good as they were before, but they're still offering good incentives for you to carry their coin and use their platform, crypto.com. Link is in the description down below. All right, so I think we've covered most of how to buy or where to buy. Not where, but when to buy a cryptocurrency. Right here is a good time to buy. Let's look at another coin. Let's try Nexo. Nexo USDT. That's probably going to have the longest price history. Now you can trade against Bitcoin if you want, BTC, Nexo/BTC. You can do that and put that up there and trade against it. The only reason I don't like to trade against Bitcoin is because it's a moving target. Bitcoin is constantly going up and down. So it makes trading against it a little bit more difficult for me. But I like to use USDT or USD because it's a stable coin. It's not going to go up and down in price, and you're fighting against the fluctuations of another currency. Now, if you're doing it full time, trading against BTC is a fantastic way to make a lot of gains, because if you could find a cryptocurrency that's at a good buy price right now, at a good buying point, where the 7-day is above the 77 moving average and the 77 moving average is above the 231, and they're not too far separated from each other, then you might want to, make some bank on that one if you got the stomach to take that type of risk. But we're going to look at the tether, USDT, US dollar tether. It's a stable coin. And we're going to look at the chart. Now, again, this one has been making a nice run. It seems to have peaked and is starting to level back out. It's starting to consolidate again, which is basically go sideways. So you got some down movement, you got a little bit up, down, up, down, up, down. This is essentially sideways movement, in my opinion. And that's where you want to buy. You want to buy when the price action is going sideways, but you don't want to buy on the upper portion of its sideways movement. You want to buy on a lower portion. You want to buy on this level here. You see how it dips down there and it dipped down there. There's a good chance again that it's going to dip down probably to about right there, because if you look at it, you can see that there is still an upward trajectory. Let's see if I can get something on the screen here to show you that there is still an upward trajectory. We'll put a line and you can see there's still an upward trajectory. All right. It's moving that direction. It may dip down to that line, go up. It may go below that line, but it's still in an upward moving pattern. Now, if it breaks completely below that, then you might want to exit that coin and take some profits, depending on where you purchased it at. If you purchased it down here, you might want to take some profits, because it looks like this is going to start going sideways for a little while. So let's just get rid of that. Oops. How did I do that? I don't want that. Let's escape. How do I move that? Delete it. Delete it. All right. So, I mean, they are kind of converged. The 231 is pretty close to the 77, but you got the 7-day that's way above the 77, the red one. And you have all of this upward trajectory price movement. Usually when you see this pattern here, you got that big high peak, and then boom, it goes down below the 77 and it starts to go sideways. You can see it's going sideways. The 7 is going sideways, and then the rest of these two will just catch up and they'll start to converge and they'll start going straight. It may even go downward a little bit like that, and then it'll start going even more sideways and sideways and sideways. It may go down some, or it might just continue to go sideways, and then one day once they converge, probably around here, who knows where, it'll start going back up again. But it looks like it's correcting a little. So this probably isn't a good buy because all of the action has already taken place. It's like it's petering out right there. But if you can catch a big dip down to this level and then ride it back up a little bit, you might make a few percentage points gains. So let's see what we can find. I wouldn't buy that one because that just doesn't look like a good chart to me. Most of the cryptocurrencies as of lately have been going up. I can't really think of too many that have been going sideways. But if you find them and they're out there, let's take a look at Ethereum, USDT. Now look at this chart. Ethereum's been on a rampage lately. It's been going up, and this is steady movement up too. This isn't like, well, right here is where it went boom and just exploded out of there and took off. But then it crashed back down to the 77, and the 7 is riding up. It's riding up the rails of that 77. It's like it doesn't want to go below it. See that? It's like it's bouncing off of it. Hit it, boom, went right back up. It's going up some more, bounce back down. and it's riding it right now. Ethereum is probably still a good buy. It's only 1200, and I believe the high, I don't remember what the all-time high for Ethereum was. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait. Oh, the all-time high looks like it was 1300. And we're at 1200 right now. I'm quite confident that it's going to go past its all-time high. But let's look at Litecoin. But I wouldn't buy that one right now because it's too risky for me. Unless you got some inside information, then, you know, there you go. We can go with Coinbase. This one, same thing, but it's been going up, but I don't see like an explosion. I feel like there's still a lot left in this one. This is just my feeling, my opinion. And I know you shouldn't trade based on feelings. The chart is telling me that it's not too bad of a buy right now because it went up to 186. And right now it's at 147. And it's below the 77. The 7 is below the 77 moving average. And 231 is still down there. But it still seems like it's in an upward trajectory. The 77 looks like it might be straightening out. However, the all-time high for Litecoin, and Litecoin is one of the original coins for Coinbase. Just a few years ago, Coinbase was only selling like 3 or 4 coins. Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Litecoin was there. And the all-time high for Litecoin, I think it was 2018 or 2017, was it was like $300 something, almost $400, and it's only at $147. Now, Ethereum has almost reached its all-time high. Bitcoin has doubled past its all-time high of 20,000. Litecoin is halfway to its all-time high. Not even. It's not even halfway there. It reached almost $400. So I feel like this might continue to go up. So this one might be a good buy at 147. It'll be risky, but again, Litecoin it's everywhere. That coin is on every exchange. There's not a single exchange there's not a single cryptocurrency. There is not a single cryptocurrency exchange that does not have Litecoin listed. It's a respected coin. It's never failed. It's got plenty of volumes, got plenty of price action. It is a top 20 coin. I think it might even be top 10. So this one isn't going anywhere. But we're getting a little bit too long in this video. And I'm pretty sure by now you can read the chart and you can tell. Let's just do a quick overview with Litecoin. Where do you think is a good place to buy Litecoin? Look at this price action. You had all of this time to accumulate sideways. Well, that's downward movement. It went up to, where did it go? 145 right here. When was that? That was 2019. And then it just started going sideways. It went down, dipped down to about $28. Did any of y'all buy any Litecoin at $28? So right here, sideways, sideways, sideways. It's going sideways for a long time. Sideways, sideways. Look how long it went sideways. That is from the beginning of the year. We can even count this as sideways action as well. Right here, December 2019, all the way to about right there where it started taking off. October of 2020. Litecoin went sideways for a whole year. You had a whole year to buy really cheap Litecoin under $100, under $70 actually, and then it just took off. So it's been going sideways for a whole year. I feel like $147 might just be only the beginning of its price run up, because this is not a shitcoin. This is a fantastic project. And right now might be a good spot to buy it. So Anyway, yeah, right there. Good place to buy. Good place to buy. Risky, risky, risky. Good place to buy right there. Good place to buy. 62 bucks. Right now, up there, you definitely wouldn't want to buy there at 184, especially since the price action, the price movement was so quick over a short period of time. That's another thing. When you have price action that is so fast upward over a short period of time, don't buy it. Don't buy at the top of that. Don't get FOMO'd in, fear of missing out, into buying in. Don't let your emotions take over and say, man, I'm missing out on that. It could keep going up. It could keep going up. It could. You're right, it could. But you missed the bottom of it, and you don't know how far up it's going to go. If you're willing to take that chance, that's on you. But I wouldn't take that chance. I would buy here. I would buy there. I would buy there. And right now where it is a good place to buy because you can still see some upside. Now, there is a bit of a chance. I mean, you can obviously see it's been running up, so there is a little bit of a gamble there. But historically speaking for this coin, let's change this from 4 hour to a 1 day chart so we can get some more information on this chart. See, this is more information. Let's scrunch it in a little bit. Right here. This is the entire price history of Litecoin US dollar for Coinbase 2016. I guess it was added to Coinbase in 2016. And it was at $1.07. Man, that would be a fantastic buy. So 16 in 5 years, 147x. That's one hell of a value right there. You know any other asset that can do that? All right, so let's see what the high was. $419. Excuse me. The all-time high on Coinbase for Litecoin was $419. And look at where it is right now, $147. Look at the historical price action. See, right here is what I'm talking about. When you see this huge run up over a short period of time, that's not where you want to take your chances at. You want to play it here where it's going sideways. You want to play it there in that area where it's going sideways. It went down, but it did go back up. You know, you want to get the sideways action, or you want to catch it at the bottom. But you know, just look at the charts. Look at it historically and see that peak. You don't know what it's going to do right here because it peaked. You don't know where it's going to go from right there because it peaked. See, like right there, boom. What's the next move? If you didn't already know, you wouldn't know where it's going to do. You didn't know that it was going to go down. Let's assume you bought it right there because you FOMO'd out. And the next day, this is what you see. Oh no! Crash, 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 crash. More crash. These patterns repeat. They repeat. Over and over and over. Now, we got it right there. What's it going to do the next day? You don't know. We don't know what it's going to do the next day. Because we got that upward price action. I feel like this is only a small movement up, but we just don't know what it's going to do next. I think I know of a coin that's been going sideways for a little while that we could take a look at. Digibyte. Now that's on Bittrex, and we're going to look at the USD chart. Where am I on the 1 day still? Let's go back to a 4 hour. I wish that was just like instead of 1D. Anyway. Alright, so we're on a 4 hour chart. 4 hours where you can see the sideways movement. This is essentially a sideways chart. Up, down, up, down. Up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit. There's no real significant movement up that's sustained. Actually, it did. It went here. This is the sideways action here. Most of the sideways. That's a lot of sideways downward action. This isn't too risky. This is not too risky of a move because you can see the pattern here. It's just constantly going up and down, up and down. These two lines, the 77 is constantly crossing over, the 231 is constantly converging and moving back up. It's probably going to go back down again just based on the way it looks. just based on historical data. It might go back down again a little bit more and then start going up a little bit more. This might be a decent buy, still a little risky. Well, it's not too risky because it is still going sideways. It's been at this level for a little while. Where is it at? Right there. It hit 27 cents or 2.7 cents, 0.27. 0.027 cents right here. Again, and it seems to be liking this price point right here. 0.027 cents. It seems to like that price point. So you can consider this right here somewhat sideways because it's just staying at that level. It's not really going, it goes up, but then it goes back down, and it's just like up and down between that price level. This is kind of like the center point between all of this price action. And sometimes you'll see the volatility that's just like up and down along a certain price action, and it might slowly creep up but have the same volatility. But I would look at the chart. This isn't too risky of a move right here because you don't see upward action, then it just completely crashes down. It goes up and then down a little bit and goes sideways, and then gradually goes back up and then slams down and sideways, and now it's like it seems to be gradually going up again, but we got some downside action. So that could be a potential winner right there. Not as risky as Ethereum or Bitcoin or even Litecoin maybe. So, just look at some charts, keep looking at them before you decide to buy which cryptocurrency you want to buy. Because you don't want to buy at the wrong time, and then you'll be holding that cryptocurrency for 4 years, not making any gains in your money, not making any advancements. So, all right, I'm going to end this video right here. I'm losing my voice, as you can probably tell. I hope this video was helpful. I hope this can help you make a better decision as far as when you want to buy cryptocurrency. And the next video will be about how to buy cryptocurrencies and where to buy cryptocurrencies. Well, this is kind of how to buy right here as well, because it's like how to buy it. But, well, how to choose your cryptocurrency. This is more so what this video is about. How to choose a cryptocurrency to buy using chart analysis, technical analysis, that's what they call it, TA, using technical analysis, how to buy cryptocurrencies using technical analysis. And that's what this video is about, or was about. You just finished watching it anyway. So, all right, thanks for watching. Peace.